Yo, what's going on, you guys? My name is Owen and welcome back to another video. For this week's video, I'm going to be trying something new for this channel, and that is monthly favorites or fashion favorites. A couple of other channels do this series as well, like Sanjeev and Avery, and I decided to give my take on it. So I wrote down some of the key points, or just like major topics I'm going to talk about in this video. First one is like a showcase of some of the items I got from KAPITAL, which is one of my newest favorite brands I've been into a lot recently. Then I'm going to show off a patchwork clothing type piece that I got from Adam and Even, who's like an Instagram seller. And then to finish off with the clothing, I'm going to go over some RAF SIMONS pickups. I got a lot of RAF SIMONS to show you guys. Every single one of these pieces I'm going to show you is insane. One of the RAF SIMONS pickups I'm going to show you guys is like one of 5 in the world maybe. It's like a crazy rare piece. You've probably never seen this version before. And then I have an archive crew neck to show you guys, and then I got one more piece. And then next up after that, I'm going to talk about tattoos that I got just yesterday. And then I'm going to go over some music that I've been listening to a lot, and then finish off with movies or TV. Don't watch a lot of movies, but I have watched a lot of TV recently. So let's hop right into it. So hopping right into the first topic, I want to show you guys some pieces I got from KAPITAL, which is not a new brand, but it's been around for a while, but I've recently been acquiring a lot of pieces from them. I got 2 of these off of Grailed, and then one of them I got from KAPITAL directly, and then the third one I got in a trade. So let's hop right in the first piece. I have shown you guys this before, but I'll talk about it really quickly since you can watch a whole video about it. But this is a KAPITAL half and half. I have to move back a little bit just because it's so big. This is a KAPITAL half and half skeleton t-shirt. So it's pretty simple in the front. It's just got the American flag embroidery right there. And then it's got, I think it says Tony or Terry. I'm not too sure. If you guys are good at reading cursive that's pretty loose, then let me know. But it's pretty simple on the front, and then it's kind of like this off-white, very vintagey feel. It's definitely like, it's a really soft t-shirt. And then you flip onto the back side, and it's got this really cool skeleton print that's already like pre-distressed. So I'll show you guys up close. You guys can see there's already cracking on the print, but this is like a pretty new release, I'm pretty sure. And then one of my favorite aspects is probably actually that the collar of the front t-shirt goes onto the back side. So it's not just like a straight half and half t-shirt. It's got like a little bit of that mix. There is no tag on the inside of these. I haven't seen one with a tag before, but this did come in one size and one size only. And it fits like an extra large, maybe like a double XL. So it's a really huge t-shirt, which I'm very surprised about since KAPITAL obviously being a Japanese brand. If you guys know anything about Japanese brands, you know that everything fits really small. So it's a huge t-shirt for a Japanese brand in general. But since I do fit like a large to XL, this fits me perfectly. I think it's a really nice fit. It's extremely boxy. As you guys can see, it's a very wide t-shirt. The sleeves are nice and long. I think it just fits me perfectly overall. And I love that it's very easy to wear because it's just white and black with a little bit of pop of color, but barely a pop of color. So yeah, let's hop right into the next item, which is this pair of shorts right here. These are KAPITAL bandana shorts. I do have a lot of pairs of bandana shorts, but this is probably my favorite one just because it's so unique and so patchworky. As you guys can see, it has various paisley patterns. I'm not sure how specific they were when they were picking out their paisley patterns, but it does have a really cool design overall. It's got a hint of red right there, which is like a really faded red. It's more of a pink now. Then it's got that red on the back, which I think is a nice touch. And then they also have the classic KAPITAL little pocket thing right there. I actually haven't opened this one up yet, but I'm assuming it's a really tiny pocket that you can't fit anything in. These shorts have a really nice fit and they look great on body. One thing to know when buying KAPITAL bottoms is you have to size up a whole size and pretty much everything. These are a large, but I'm a 30 waist, so do the math there. Like it's a little off in terms of sizing, and you guys will see that again with another item. But these definitely fit more like a medium or even a small, so definitely be careful about sizing. Definitely ask for measurements before you buy anything from KAPITAL. I believe I did get these for $300 flat, maybe it was like $320, so pretty expensive. Obviously KAPITAL is a very popular brand now and people want to get KAPITAL pieces. I gotta say though, a lot of KAPITAL pieces are duds for me. Like they release a lot of stuff and a lot of it just kind of sits for a while and doesn't really catch anybody's eye. But stuff that's all patchwork, stuff that has paisley, and stuff that has the skeletons or the smiley faces, those sell really quickly. So if you want to be smart about your purchases and maybe get something that will sell for more later on, I definitely aim to be in that category. It is still pretty hot where I live, so I definitely have to wear shorts a lot of times. Sometimes I'll still try to wear pants, but I'll just like end up sweating so much. Anyways, let's hop to the third item from KAPITAL, which is this pair of patchwork corduroy pants. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you saw these last week, I think maybe like a week and a half ago. The level of detail and craftsmanship on these is like really crazy. There's so many subtle details you'll never ever see unless you actually like hold these up close. But this is all made out of corduroy. Each patch is corduroy, as you guys can see. Some of it is like a leopardish print. Some of it is like it looks like a rug, kind of, essentially a patchwork rug. And this is what the back side looks like. But then by far my favorite part has got to be the hints of blue that they put underneath the brown. I do kind of wish that they used like a denim for the blue instead of a blue corduroy, but it's still a really cool touch nonetheless. But as you guys can see, each panel is like completely patchwork together. It's crazy how they made this. I forgot to mention that there's also really subtle embroidery on the legs. Hopefully you guys could see that right there, but there's a little bit of blue embroidery right there, and there's also a little bit right there on this patch. You can actually see more of the embroidery right there going around the blue patch. It's very, very subtle, but it is there. I think it's a really cool detail. Like I said with the shorts, you do have to size up a whole size on these. These are waist 32, like the tag says 32, but these fit more like a 29. They are a little bit skinny on me, but they still fit me. I think they look great nonetheless. I kind of wish they were like a straight-legged, baggy fit, but obviously that doesn't exist in these. I believe I did get these for $500, which is like a really steep price tag for a pair of pants, but I'm like 100% confident that these are at least gonna hold their price, if not go up. Even though these are a statement piece, I think it's still wearable almost every single day just because it's a very muted color palette. You can wear it pretty much any color and it'll work just because it's brown and then it's got the hints of blue, so it kind of just goes a lot. Yeah, anyways, the last piece I want to show you guys is actually this hat right here. This is a KAPITAL bucket hat. I know a lot of people don't really like bucket hats, but I think it's a really cool, unique look that you don't really see too often in like streetwear and archive fashion, that type of thing. I don't really know what to call that whole spectrum, but I think it's a really cool hat overall. There's a lot of different models. This is called the Old Man in the Sea, or Old Man at Sea bucket hat. There's like a denim version, there's a green version. I got the beige version, I think it was. There's the Boro denim version, which is like the super patchworky, kind of like this a little bit, but like really, really crazy. When you flip the hat onto the back side, it has a really unique detail. It has this like belt buckle that comes from the material that goes on the front and then just like loops around over this KAPITAL patch right here. It's kind of hard to tell, but it does say KAPITAL underneath. It's a really nice subtle detail. It's like that on every single one of these like KAPITAL Old Man at Sea hats, so I think it's a really cool touch. For pricing, this hat does cost, I think it's $95 before shipping on the KAPITAL website. But however, since they don't ship to the US through the KAPITAL website, I actually bought this off a retailer that does like carry KAPITAL stuff in the States. Actually, no, it's not in the States. I think it's in Toronto. They carry a lot of different Japanese and Korean brands. But I did buy this for, I think it was $150 shipped, which is kind of a lot of money. That's a big price difference between just buying it from KAPITAL and then buying it from somewhere else, but I didn't really want to go through the whole trouble. And I knew that this was going to get delivered in just a couple days, so I kind of justified the price in that way. I don't really plan on selling this either, so that's pretty much that for KAPITAL stuff. Let's move on to the next topic, which is an Adam and Even pickup. If you guys don't know who he is, he basically repurposes vintage clothing in really unique silhouettes. He'll often combine like materials and just a lot of different silhouettes that don't really go together, but he somehow makes it work, and I think they all look really, really cool. This is actually the first time I've been able to buy something from him, just because they usually sell out like really, really fast. Like within half an hour, the item is gone. So I was very lucky to get that one. I just happened to check Instagram as soon as he posted this jacket, and I purchased it right away. And this is the jacket right here. I actually got it a few weeks ago. I just haven't worn it yet just because it's really, really hot, but this is what the jacket looks like. It's a bleached vintage Levi's denim jacket that has like drawings on it. I don't think he did the drawings, but this is what the front side looks like, and then you flip onto the back side and it's this vintage leather varsity like baseball jacket that has this huge Native American patch on the back. It's extremely like heavy duty, very high quality. I'm not gonna lie, like the embroidery is insane. And then to kind of like make it even more unique piece, I guess, to like extend the length, Adam put this flannel shirt on the bottom of the front, and then it kind of bleaches onto the back side. So it is the same shirt, but it's just bleached and lost a lot of its color on the back side. I don't really like the look of regular denim jackets, so I thought this was a good alternative. It kind of combines the whole patchwork look that I like with a denim jacket and a leather bomber varsity jacket, so I think it's pretty cool overall. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So yeah, anyways, let's move on to some RAF SIMONS pickups, which I'm sure is why a lot of you guys clicked on this video. So the first RAF SIMONS pickup I want to show you guys is from the year I was born, and this is it right here. It is a Generation tank top. I actually have never seen this piece before getting it, obviously. I'm not gonna lie, it does remind me a lot of a Rick Owens piece, but it's a very, very unique tank top. It actually has a seam that runs from the bottom of this armhole, and it goes in front. Actually, it goes like to the front side, so it does look like the tank top is kind of like off to one side, and then obviously the print, it just goes off to the side too, which I think is a really cool touch. It's not like a lot of other tank tops where this part right here is really, really thin. I do like that's very elongated. Like pretty much all that's missing is a sleeve. Obviously this print is extremely, extremely cracked because it is 20 years old, almost 21. Something like this will run you a pretty penny, but I managed to trade this for a number 9 skull patch hoodie and then like $100 to my friend Riv, who you guys would have seen in my archive outfit battles video. But he had this piece and he traded it to me very generously. But yeah, let's move on to some bigger RAF Simons pickups. The first of the bigger pickups is actually this necklace right here. I'll take it off for you guys. This necklace is from the Autumn Winter 2003 collection, Closer. I'm sure you guys have seen the parkas from that collection. It has the Joy Division imagery, it's got New Order, and then it's also got Bauhaus. And this is actually a Bauhaus necklace from that collection. I think this is one of the coolest necklaces ever because of the pendant. So here's what the pendant looks like. It's on this arched metal hoop right here, and then it has the circular pendant right there. So what this is pretty much is it has half of the Bauhaus logo. So it's got half of it right there in like pieces, and it's got the other half on the back side. I'm trying to turn it really carefully so it won't spin for you guys. And the idea is when you flick it, it'll spin and show the whole Bauhaus face, or like the whole Bauhaus logo. So here we go, I'll try to show you guys it. Hopefully it focuses. Hopefully the camera's able to pick that up good enough. Not exactly sure, but if not, just believe me, it shows the whole Bauhaus logo, and it's a really, really unique necklace overall. It might be hard to see, but there actually is a RAF Simons stamp on the inside. Hopefully I'm able to pick that up in some way. It's a very worn out logo. It's obviously, since this is from 2003, it's a very old piece. RAF did do a re-release of this same design on keychains. So you guys have probably seen those keychains before. I don't remember what year they were produced in, but they are not from the Autumn Winter 2003 collection. Those keychains probably go for around like a few hundred, maybe like $500. But this necklace in this condition, I was told can go for around like $3,000, which is crazy. Like that is a crazy amount of money for a silver necklace. Hopefully the camera is able to focus on that, but the chain does have this really cool link right there where it's a couple little Cuban chains, and it's got this really long one. I'm not really sure what they're called, honestly, but that's pretty much that for this necklace. It's super rare, very crazy. I've heard there's maybe around like 5 of these in the world. I did get this from Kendrick, who's one of my friends who collects a lot of archive stuff, and he told me he's only ever seen 2 of these before, and this is one of the 2, obviously. So I'm guessing there's maybe around 5 to 10 of these. This has definitely become an everyday piece for me just because it's so easy to wear. You can throw on any t-shirt, honestly, and look really, really cool. So anyways, let's hop into one last RAF Simons pickup. So the last RAF Simons pickup I want to show you guys, I've actually worn it before in an Instagram photo, but this is from Autumn Winter 2005 to 2006, and it is this lmao green crewneck sweatshirt with the patches. I'm sure a lot of you guys have actually seen this piece before. It's kind of like a recognizable piece from a very well-known collection, but this is a really, really cool sweatshirt. It's got a few patches, and it has this really cool, like, creepy face screen print right there. If you guys are familiar with a lot of RAF Simons collections, you know that he used patches a lot, and this is definitely one of my favorite patch crew necks. I did get this, like the necklace, from Kendrick, so thank you for that, Kendrick. And this is a size 50, which is like probably like a US XL, I'm not gonna lie. It fits really, really big. This is big on me. It is a pretty simple crew neck, I'm not gonna lie. It's very worn and distressed. I'm not sure if it came like that originally, but like I said, with a lot of these pieces, I have not really been able to wear them a lot yet just because it's extremely hot where I live. But once it gets a little bit cooler, you know I'm gonna be busting out this piece. Oh, it's so cool. I will stop talking about RAF Simons pieces. Let's move on to these tattoos that I got just yesterday, and then we'll hop into some music and then TV. So yesterday I did get a couple of tattoos. You guys, I'm sure, have seen my other tattoos in some fashion, but I do have this butterfly right there. I've got a lightning bolt right there. I've got a heart right behind there, and then I've got a RAF Simons logo right there. And then yesterday I decided to get a couple more. The first one I got, I originally only planned on getting one, but I decided to get an extra like 1.5 on top of that, kinda. So the first one I got is this man in an electric chair, which I think looks really, really sick. The original image did have a lot of shading in it, but I asked the tattoo artist to remove the shading, just do line work, and then a little bit of folds in the clothing. And as you guys can see, I did decide to get it on my forearm right there. I have really, really small arms. And I do plan on getting another one very similar on the other side, just kind of like match it, just have like two very, very similar art pieces right there. And then as we were finishing up this piece right here, I decided to get another one, which is this girl right here. She's got like some sparkles next to her. She's got the really cool like red face paint, I guess. She's supposed to be inspired a little bit by one of the replicants from Blade Runner. So I think they look really, really cool. I think it came out very, very nice. And then after I finished up the electric chair tattoo, I did send a picture to Ian Connor. I'm sure you guys know who that is. And he told me I should get pain right underneath it. So I decided to get pain in this. Let's see if I can focus it. Pain in this like typewriter font in red right there. I think it looks really, really cool. When I get a matching one on the other side, I'll probably get something else in red. So we'll see how that goes. Honestly, there's no meaning behind any of the tattoos. I just like to get stuff that I like. I think it looks cool. Some people decide they want meaning behind their tattoos, but that's not how I am. I don't really care too much about that, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, moving on to some music. I do have one thing that you guys should definitely listen to if you guys haven't already. I'm sure a lot of you have, but it is the Spaghetti Boys Turn That Shit Off mix on SoundCloud. I beg you to go listen to that. It's such a good mix. One of my friends, David, kind of like explained it perfectly. He said it's the closest thing to time travel, and not gonna lie, that is like perfect. It has music like through the decades pretty much. It is like an hour to like an hour and a half long, so it is pretty long, but for a mix, that's nothing, honestly. If you guys are into a lot of different genres of music, definitely go listen to that. I'll have a link for it down in the description below. And then moving into the last topic I want to talk to you guys about, it is TV shows. And I watched 2 TV shows recently that I think are amazing TV shows that you guys should 100% go watch. And one of them is Disenchantment. It is an animated show on Netflix, so if you guys have Netflix, just go watch it pretty much for free. It's made by the same people who did The Simpsons. It has a very similar art style, but like not the same color palette. It takes place in medieval times from the perspective of a princess, and she's got like a demon played by Eric Andre, who's like a comedy legend. I do think it's slightly better than The Simpsons, I'm not gonna lie. But that's just my opinion. The next show is Who is America, which stars Sacha Baron Cohen. I'm pretty sure it's a Showtime exclusive, but you can probably find it online, I'm not gonna lie. It is the funniest show I've seen in like the past couple of years. If you guys have seen Bruno or Borat, it's pretty much that turned into a TV show. Sacha Baron Cohen just dresses up as like 4 different characters interviewing celebrities and politicians, and he gets them to do like really weird stuff. Like I don't even know how, but I do know he got into a lot of trouble once the show released and all these celebrities and politicians were outed. And that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. If you guys like this type of video, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I try to post videos every single week. Let me know what you guys think about this series. Should I keep it up or should I drop it and do something else? Because if you guys are interested, then I'll do something completely different. I'm totally fine with that. If you guys don't already, follow me on Instagram at Owen Hyatt. It'll be up in the top right corner. Thank you again so much for watching. Peace out, you guys. Have a good day. See you next week.